Sri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om Jai Shri Ram. Welcome to our next episode in our complete reading of Srimad Valmiki Ramayanam. In the previous episode, we saw how Vajradamstra and Dhumraksha died in the war with Vanaras. The moment Ravanasara gets to know that Vajradamstra is also dead, he quickly looks towards Akampana. Akampana is a very, very highly regarded general of Ravana's army. So Akampana is now asked to go to the war. The reputation of Akampana is such that even when he is facing Devatas, he is not shivering, he does not have any fear, and instead he drives that fear, he instills that fear in the hearts of Devatas. That's the strength of Akampana. So Akampana takes his army. His hands are huge. His biceps are like the hump of an ox. He is very versatile. He is an expert warrior, and he was also at times the spy chief of Ravanasara. We don't know if both of them are the same Akampana, but I am assuming that the Akampana who comes and talks about Haradoshana Vadha to Ravana and this Akampana are the same. So, anyways, so this Akampana is accompanied by a huge army, and he moves towards the west gate. He sees a lot of Durnimittas. He sees a lot of bad omens, but then he disregards everything. He thinks he's going to win the way he has been winning all the while. He is ready for the huge battle, and he comes out towards the western gate of Lanka. And as the gates are opened, his entire army pounces onto the Vanaras. The Vanaras give a fitting reply, but then Akampana himself enters the battle. He starts making a short work of Vanaras. He starts killing a lot of them. And then Nala, Prahasta, and all these people, they try to stop Akampana's fight for some time. But when the way Akampana is just going out of hand, these three also will have to, show their backs and run away. It is at this particular point of time that Swami Hanuman realizes that he has to enter the battle. He enters the battle and he starts fighting Akampana. Now, he comes very quickly towards Akampana with a huge boulder in his hands. Akampana very driftly cuts it off into two, and then Swami Hanuman tries to hurl another boulder. Again, Akampana swiftly escapes it. Swami Hanuman picks up a huge tree now. He destroys the chariot of Akampana. Akampana's chariot is now destroyed. With the same tree, he hits Akampana on the head. Akampana has fallen down now, and he is dead. So, in the hands of Swami Hanuman, Akampana is dead. So, once Akampana is dead, the Rakshasas, the entire Rakshasa army becomes clueless. Swami Hanuman and the Vanaras, they push back the entire army. A lot of Ravana's army actually, they die in this fight. And then the Hataseshas, the people who are left after that killing, they now go back and inform Ravana that Akampana is dead. Ravana is angry now. He quickly looks at Prahasta and he says, "You go and fight the battle." Prahasta is, in a way, the prime minister of Ravana. He's also the commander in chief. So Prahasta looks at Ravana and says, "I have given you some good advice in the past, but today, whatever you are telling me, I am going to obey that and go." And he comes out with another huge army, and as he is coming, he also sees a lot of Durnimittas. One eagle comes and sits on his pataka, and it starts making sounds. Even the Saradi who was driving the chariot, he also keeps losing. They have a small whip in their hands, that too falls from the hands of the Saradi. Saradi is also not very skeptical, but then Prahasta makes his mind to come out and fight. So Prahasta comes out of the eastern Dwara. Nala is waiting for him. There is a fight there. And along with this Prahasta, other Rakshasas also come out. They also start creating a lot of carnage. Dvivida and all, they come and they kill the other important Rakshasas. Prahasta is now having a huge duel with Nila. Prahasta keeps shooting the arrows. He tries to kill other Vanaras. Nila tries to protect them. So they both are Senapatis and they both start fighting with each other. And at a point of time, Nila is spending so much of time in the air escaping the arrows of Prahasta that at times he actually comes onto the dhwaja or the flag that's tied to the Prahasta's chariot. He sits on it, and then when Prahasta is again taking aim, he moves away like this. Nila fights for a lot of time. Prahasta endures Nila like anything, but then Nila keeps fighting. The fight actually moves to the next level when Prahasta starts targeting Nila very, very strongly, and then Nila realizes that they have to do something. He grabs a huge tree. In the meantime, Prahasta puts 3 or 4 arrows on Neela's forehead, but then Neela picks up a huge tree and he hits Prahasta on his heart. Prahasta does not even regard that shot. Nila is hit by Prahasta. Nila is bleeding. Prahasta is also hit by Nila. Even after Nila hitting him very strongly, Prahasta quickly takes a huge musala. He runs towards Nila. Nila quickly picks up another huge boulder. Even before Prahasta gets to throw anything on him, Nila quickly picks up a huge rock and he hits Prahasta's head with it. And that's the end of Prahasta. Prahasta dies. And once Prahasta is dead, all the Rakshasas are now going back and they are informing Ravana of the carnage that has happened. But before telling Prahasta's episode, I forgot to tell one small thing. As Prahasta is leaving and as he is moving towards the eastern gate, Sri Ramachandra actually asks Vibhishana as to who this warrior is and why so many people are coming with him. Then that's where Vibhishana says that this is 3/4 of the entire army of Lanka and Prahasta is leading that army. That's how confident of Ravana he is. Ravana trusts him for everything. And now we are going to face Prahasta in the battle. This is the pre-battle conversation between Vibhishana and Sri Ramachandra. But then we also saw how Prahasta was eventually killed in the hands of Nila. That's where we end this episode now. We'll see what Ravana's reaction would be, because now he has lost Dhumraksha, Vajradamstra, Akampana and Prahasta. He has lost 4 important people. He lost his prime minister and also the commander. And now that he is dead, Ravana is very sad. In the next episode, we'll see how Ravana reacts and whom does he send next, or what would be his next move. सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः, सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः, सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत्, सर्वं श्री साई स्मरामं चरणारविन्दार्पणमस्तु। स्वस्ति। जय श्रीराम।